What is going on, people? I am here for day number 28 of the 31 Days Hath October series, which I'm doing on this channel. For those of you who don't know what that is, it's my take on the 31 Days of Horror, 31 Days of Halloween, whatever have you. I and a whole bunch of other reviewers on YouTube have been doing this again for 28 days, well, 27 days before this. So, if you're looking for horror movies to watch during this time, if you're an avid horror movie watcher, you might find some movies you might not have heard of before, or movies you forgot about. If you're one that, watches horror movies only in October, then you'll have movies to watch for years and years and years and years. So, like I said, I call it the 31 Days Hath October, because I do it a little bit different than everybody else. Everybody has their kind of, style of doing it, or, group or category that they're doing for the 31 days. I'll get into more of that after the review, but just know there's a whole bunch of people doing a whole different, style each time. Me, I try to do more independent movies, and I try to do them in alphabetical order. Sometimes I don't have a letter to correspond with the movie, so I'll pivot, like today. Today's letter would have been X, but I don't have any movies that start with X, so I'm going to go with back a little bit and go with the letter S. But before I get into the review, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. If you enjoy the review, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Hit that bell button so you know when I do upload more stuff. I was saying in the beginning of the month you don't have to worry about it because, I was going to do a review every day. But the month is almost over. So, after this month, I take a little bit of time off just because 31 horror movie reviews in 31 days is kind of, tolling. But I'll get back into everything once Black Friday is around, stuff like that. Anyway, like I said, today's letter is S. It should have been X, but I'm going with S. And the movie is Scare Package. This is a Shudder original. This is an anthology film. So you're going to get a whole bunch of shorts and stuff in this. It is directed by Courtney Andujar, Hillary Andujar, among many others. So pretty much everybody that directs in here directs pretty much their own short. So I'll list the names, but they also are the people that write the shorts as well. So it's Courtney and Hillary Andujar, Anthony Cousins, Emily Haggins, Aaron B. Kuntz, Chris McInery, Noah Segan, Baron Vaughn, among others. And like I said, each one kind of has their own story to go with. It stars Luxy Banner. Let me get this right. Let me get the top build. Sydney Huddles and Haley Ali looks like Erickson, among others. So pretty much, like I said, this is a horror anthology, but it's a little bit different. This is a horror comedy anthology. Let me put that. I guess this time around too, with a lot of my with a lot of the reviews that I've been doing, have a lot of horror comedy aspects into it. So anyway, with this, it's a guy who this guy Chad. He's pretty much a movie buff, and the only thing he really does is hang around at this one video store that's still around at that point in time, selling movies, renting movies, and stuff like that. So at one point he wants a job, but the guy that owns it doesn't think he could fit the bill and stuff. So pretty much throughout the movie, he's telling these scary stories to, I guess, impress the guy that works there. And so throughout, they're kind of like one-upping each other kind of deal. So one of the ones is a break-in of sorts, I guess you want to call it, that goes awry. There's one where there's campers that run into this other guy that's in the middle of the woods, but like he's melting, which is an interesting one. There's one where a girl steals a lollipop, and let's just say bad things happen when they go to eat this lollipop. There's another one where they are trying to bury a guy, and let's just say bad things happen. Again, I don't want to go way too deep into any of these shorts because they are shorts. So you give a little bit too much away, and not that they're ruined. I'm sure you're going to watch it anyway. But sometimes if you give a little bit too much away, then it'll ruin it. But there's, I think, like 7 or 8 shorts in this one, and like I said, it goes through. They're kind of one-upping each other, trying to who can tell the scariest story of them all. But this one is definitely a fun one if you're into Trick or Treat or Creep Show or VHS or anything like that. This one holds up. There's also another one that I was thinking about doing this year, but I might hold off till next time. But it's called the Mortuary Collection, which is another Shudder exclusive, I believe, and that's another anthology film. So with a lot, there's a lot coming up, and I said it in my previous reviews for anthologies. I like it because sometimes if you're watching a whole movie, that like a straight through one, and you don't like it, the movie's kind of ruined. But with anthologies, sometimes there'd be like 8 or 10 shorts, and then you like half of them. So you like half the movie and half the movie you might not. But like I said, it's better than watching a movie and just hating it all the way through. So I say definitely check out Scare Package if you haven't. Check out Shudder if you haven't checked out Shudder. If you don't know what that is, it's pretty much a horror movie Netflix, which is just horror movies. So you sign up for it. I believe it's like $8.99 a month or something like that. But it has so much stuff, whether it's the classics, it has some TV shows, it has some exclusives and all that stuff. So if you're looking for horror movies, check out Shudder for sure. I believe it's put out by AMC. So it has a mixture of like lower budget, indie films. It has some, like I said, classics and stuff like that. So you'll find a whole bunch of stuff there. So check out Shudder for sure. Like I say in all my videos with my reviews, I'll leave the IMDb write-up. I'll also link a trailer for I'll post a link for the trailer so you can watch it. I'll post a link where you can purchase the movie. And also, like I said, maybe you've seen this before. Maybe it doesn't interest you. Maybe you've checked out all my other 27 reviews. If you haven't already, go ahead and do that. But if you've seen those movies and you don't care for them, check out everybody else who's doing some kind of 31 days. There's a whole bunch of people. The 13th Wolfman is doing horror around the world. Retro Horror, I think, is doing 100 movies in 31 days. Super Retro Throwback Reviews is doing Sequel Mania. Torch the Fennekin, he does his own stuff. I Am the Ice Lord. There's so many people that are doing some kind of 31 days. So just check their channel, the links to their channels, and you'll have movies for, like I said, especially if you only watch horror movies in October, then you'll have movies for years and years and years. So check that out. Also in the link in the description, I'll leave all the links to all my other social medias. I got a Facebook fan page. I got a Twitter. I got a Instagram where I show off the movies behind me. Still trying to get my TikTok back. I'm part of the Wicked Horror Show podcast. If you like watching live podcasts, we go live Tuesday nights, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, on Facebook and YouTube, where we'll have a guest most of the time, a director, actor, actress, producer from independent horror movies. If we don't have a guest, then we'll just pretty much sit and talk horror. So if you're into that, check us out live. If you're not really into live podcasts, but you're into audio side of podcasts, check out the Dorkening Podcast Network, and you can find us there. The Wicked Horror Show, look us up. And like I said, if you're more of an audio podcast listener, you go to work and you listen to the radio or whatever, check us out there. Also, we have an Instagram, Wicked Horror Show, and I got a website, TonyHas9fingers.com. So check that out. It's pretty much a little write-up on me and my a lot of the YouTube videos I post up on there, and stuff like that. So check out TonyHas9fingers.com, and check out, like I said, all 27 other days. If you have a lot of time, then you can, like I said, if you're looking for horror movies, this is the best month to check everybody who does reviews, because you'll be seeing a whole bunch of scary movies. So check the description for everything I talk about. And again, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. If you enjoyed what you saw, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Comment, let me know what you thought of this, and if you've seen the movie, and just comment anything. Share it, let people know I'm out there, and of course, like I said, hit that bell button so you know when I do upload more stuff. So I guess until tomorrow, only a few days left. 3 more days to be exact. Until then, I'll see you guys.